What's happening, guys? This is Mac from Cryptstar Staking, and today I have another hidden gem to show you, and that hidden gem is Aleph Zero. Now, many of you guys have been hitting me up in the comments as well as leaving me messages on my Twitter account asking me to go ahead and do a video on Aleph Zero, and I had no idea what it was. But I went ahead and did some research, and then I myself got a little bit into it because it looks like a very promising project, and I decided to go ahead and do a video for you guys. So if you guys appreciate all of the hard work and dedication I have to bring you guys the best blockchain crypto gems you've ever seen, feel free to go ahead and subscribe and leave a like, as well as leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about the video and what you think about Aleph Zero, because I want to know. Let's go ahead and jump into the tokenomics, the tech breakdown, as well as some of the other awesome aspects of Aleph Zero. Here we go. Guys, let's go ahead and jump into the coin market cap and the price information and the IDO information and everything like that, so you guys can decide if this is a good product you want to jump into. I believe that looking at the market data, that the investors have a lot of confidence in the team and the project, so that is very bullish for me. Look down here, it first launched on gate.io, it looks like, or the exchange on the 28th of January earlier this year. So it was just launched on there, and it had explosive growth since then, gone all the way from 64 cents all the way to $2.50. And that is because I believe mainnet is launched actually, and the team is they have a very professional looking website, very professional product. They're very active and they're good at updating their stakeholders. If you check down here, so if you look up here, you can see that the CoinMarketCap ranking is 2,950. Now, I don't believe this is correct, because if you scroll down here, you can see that the team has actually given them a market cap of 449 million. If you look at the CoinMarketCap, you can see that the actual CoinMarketCap ranking for this project is actually around 160, not 2,950. And that's probably because they're listed on crappy exchanges. So with the amount of money that they've raised and the amount of tokens that are unvesting and they're able to spend on exchange listings and making partnerships, they should be able to get listed on Binance and Coinbase quite easily. They already had a 26x for some of the pre-seed investors. So I'm guessing the team also has a reasonable amount of cash that they can go ahead and spend on big coin exchange listings. Now, this is all just price talk. This has nothing to do with the technology stack. So from a price perspective, the Pumponomics is going to get listed on Binance. It's going to get listed on Coinbase at some point in time. Just looking at the product and where it's gone so far, it's bound to happen. So I would definitely say from a charts perspective and a tokenomics perspective and pumponomics perspective, it has a lot of growth potential still. And it's only a market cap rank around 160. Now, don't quote me on that, but that is just looking at the numbers from what they've done and looking at the numbers from the actual coin market cap itself. You can take it or leave it however you want. Let's go ahead and head over to the pre-seed information. This website here, this kind of tells you about how much profit that the pre-seed investors have made so far. So you can see the seed round here is a 0.04 cents. That's actually made a 66x, not a 26x. So seed investments, these are the guys who put in 2019, I believe, was the seed round. Okay, and these guys have also made a 47x. Yeah, so they've done quite well. However, it looks like they're still holding strong because they haven't had that much of a sell-off yet on gate.io. And that just might be because of the low volume and the low liquidity on the smaller exchange. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the investors tab here. There was quite a bit of VC investment going on. However, it wasn't a crazy amount of money. If you take a look, it says here there was 3 million plus 2 million, so about 5 million And yeah, so about 5 million in seed rounds, I believe, looking at those numbers. And you check this website here, crunchbase.com. It mentions all of the VC investors. These are all VC investors. I believe this is for the initial $5 million. Okay, so Black Dragon Capital, they have an interesting ICO. I think it's a platform. And yeah, they have a lot of interesting investors because I believe the founders themselves have really great profiles, and this attracted a lot of VC investment. So this is also very bullish for me. And they also focused on not just doing the main sale to VC investors, they actually had a really good price for the public sale as well. It was only 10 cents for the public sale, and the VC investors only got, I think, 4 cents or 5.57 cents looking at this document here. So yeah, 5.7 cents. They didn't really rip off the public community, and the VC investors had to wait a long time to see any of the ROI on their initial investment. So I think that's very good, and it means they have a good relationship with their VCs. The VCs didn't seem like they got too pissed off by the public sale price. Now let's head over to their website. Now I just want to explain to you guys lightly what Aleph Zero is, and I think this is important. Most people who are investing, they look at the price and they look at the charts and the investors, and that is a sort of base layer you want to look into. But if you really want to know what the protocol is and what problem it's looking to solve, you just need to look no further than their main website here. And I believe the easiest way to really understand what's going on is looking at this diagram they have here on their main website, and I'll leave a link in the description for this. You can see Aleph Zero is basically sort of a base layer, a layer 0, you could see, or layer 1. Actually, it is layer 1, not layer 0. And it's meant to go ahead and be like a backend for all these layer 2s built on top of it. And then Aleph Zero is going to have APIs and interconnectivity, interoperability with all of these different blockchains. I went ahead and I did a little research, and it seems like the biggest point of Aleph.io, their biggest sale point, is that they want to work with private companies and have private custody tokens so that companies, they can run their business on a layer 2 and have full privacy when connecting back to the layer 1. And they want to have as much interoperability with all the different blockchains at the same time so that their private chains, their layer 2 chains, can go ahead and be interoperable with all these other chains. It seems like it's for banks and for private institutions to go ahead and get investors and do investments for them, and then those private custody services can actually connect to all of these different blockchains. Now they do have zSnarks implemented as the plan, so they're going to have privacy enabled. It's going to be extremely fast. With regards to speed, that is a big focus factor for Aleph Zero. They're not focusing on just having a layer 1, like for example Tezos. They're going to have layer 2s built on top of the layer 1, and then those will sync with the Tezos blockchain, and you can have really fast transaction speeds on the layer 2. However, in the Aleph.io case, they really want to focus on having TPS, high TPS on the base layer. There are different blockchains, they claim to have different types of TPS, and this, take it with a grain of salt. This is written by Aleph Zero themselves. They have Tezos here down, 40 TPS. Then you go down, and Cardano is a little bit faster. Then you have Solana. I can't find Aleph. Then you scroll all the way down. Solana. So Solana, the throughput is 29,000 TPS, and then here comes Aleph.io. They claim to have 40,000 TPS. Now, if you saw my previous video on Everscale, they claim to have like something around, I think, 70,000 TPS or something crazy like that. And Solana, actually, I believe they claim much higher than 40,000. It was like 50,000. So you got to take this with a grain of salt. But in my personal opinion, I believe blockchain speed is extremely important if you want to have a decentralized network. And being able to build this comes at the cost of centralization. However, as hardware gets better and better, you can actually have cheaper hardware that can be faster. So using decentralization as an excuse for a low TPS protocol is a bit kind of wishy-washy to me. It's not a great reason to go ahead and have low TPS. And right now, they basically confirmed that Aleph Zero structure allowed it to confirm transactions just after 0.6 seconds. That is a big selling point for Aleph Zero. Let's go ahead and head over to the validators and their focus on the community. I think focusing on the community is extremely important, as well as interoperability, so that you can pull community members from other ecosystems and integrate them easily with your own ecosystem, and forming partnerships with other ecosystems will help the whole blockchain as a whole become a better place for everybody. Okay, so it looks like here they're actually building a bridge to Terra, and this should hopefully be launching soon, it looks like. And this is very bullish for me. I really like the Terra ecosystem. And Terra has a lot of bridges to other ecosystems that are relatively cheap, like the Terra bridge. It's extremely cheap to go from Terra to go to Binance chain, and you can use the Solana wormhole as well to go around. So I'm really glad that they built this Terra bridge. And Aleph Zero hits 10 million blocks. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this section. I just want to also note that I really like to see blockchains that have an ambassador program. This really makes it easy for community members to go ahead and get involved in the project itself and then be able to go ahead and support the project and get paid for their contributions. So a lot of projects have this. Some projects are much easier to get grants than others, and I believe that getting grants for having ambassadors is very, very important. As a content creator, that's very positive for me, so I just want to point that out in this video. Now we take a look at their ecosystem real quick, and it looks like they have a lot of different dApps being developed. However, not very many are actually out yet. So you can check out here, they do have the CLST, and that is currently being developed. And I believe this might be a private service. So they're actually offering the service to private institutions, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but that's really cool. It goes along with their sort of private institution focus. I'm guessing they're going to have like public services as well, but this one seems to be focused on more private and mitigate risks and things like corporations will be more worried about when looking for investors. And they also have an NFT platform that looks like it has really cool tokenomics. It's called, what is it called here? Aleph Zero. So it allows you to stake your NFTs and go ahead and earn rewards from their validator service. So this Aleph Zero is actually running a validator node, and they're going to do a mint, and then from that mint you can stake your NFTs to earn Aleph tokens from their validator node, which is going to be really cool, I think. All right, and they're also having some sort of AMM being built here. It's called Panorama, and it looks really nice. I love the green design that they seem to have going for all the Aleph Zero dApps. It looks really cool. I believe that they must have some really, really nice UI builders in the Aleph ecosystem. Now, before we go ahead and jump into the crystal ball price prediction, I want to go ahead and talk about the ease of use, which in my opinion is the #1 important thing for a blockchain to have, is the ease of use for the end user. Aleph Zero is sort of built as a parachain on Polkadot, which means you can easily connect to it from polkadot.js, which most people who are in blockchain know about Polkadot. They have that wallet installed. They know how to do the parachain auctions, all that stuff. And now they're even going to have a Luna Terra bridge coming up here soon. So I believe this focus on interoperability with Luna, which I've heard and I've experienced to be one of the easiest to use blockchains with the easiest to use interfaces, is very, very bullish for me. I'm going to go ahead and put this into account when I consult my crystal ball. Now, I've gone ahead and talked to the crystal ball, and it has told me this is not financial advice, and I have no idea what's actually going to happen. But I do believe that this blockchain has a very, very strong background and a very, very strong team and a very, very high potential. So I'm going to say it's going to reach around market cap 50 in a year's time. And why I say that is because right now the macroeconomic situation is going south. You know, we got war in Ukraine. We got global inflation. The needs for these small market cap risk on assets is going to go down over the next 6 months. And then I believe hopefully next year it'll pick up sometime. Yes, let's go ahead and do a 1 year from now. Coin market cap rating of 50, which would put it at a 5x from their current reported coin market cap rating ranking of 449 million. Now, if they manage to go ahead and keep everything open source, they keep engaging with the community, and they actually managed to push out some of the scalability things that they've been promising, and as well as the Z-snarks and other features that they've been promising and interoperability features, then it could possibly compete with Solana, which would put it at about a 70x from now. I think 440 million times what would equal 35 billion. So about 75x, 80x from now. So it is quite possible. I do believe it's definitely worth adding this Aleph Zero to your portfolio. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys for viewing. I hope this helped you guys get a nice clear view of what Aleph Zero is. Catch y'all later. Peace out.
Bro, we need to pump it. Everybody go to Twitter and the hashtag the things, pump it. You know, pump it real good. We need a good pump. Everybody deserves a nice Tezos pump.